Just a dry, dusty bean, a dry, dusty bean that he found on the ground, put in his pocket and carried around as he roamed from town to town. I asked him just what did he mean to carry around a dry, dusty bean. He said, you know, it will soon be seen what I mean with this dry, dusty bean. I might make coffee, I might grow a tree, maybe I'll feed my family and me with this dry, dusty bean. This dry, dusty bean that I found on the ground and put in my pocket and carry around as I roam from town to town. I didn't want to be mean, but I said that you can't eat a dry, dusty bean, a bean that you found lying in the dirt that you keep in your pants or maybe your shirt, not a dry, dusty bean. Oh, it's true, he agreed, that this dry, dusty bean is probably not clean, but I'll wash it next time I come to a stream. And since I found one, then I might find more. You know, I had never been lucky before I found this dry, dusty bean. This dry, dusty bean that I found on the ground, that I put in my pocket and carry around while I pray my thanks and my blessings I count with this dry, dusty bean. I think I know what you mean when you say that you found a dry, dusty bean, a dry, dusty bean that you found on the ground, that you put in your pocket and carry around when you're out in the country or heading to town. You say you found fortune and something to eat, and that your life is now somehow complete. Well, you think with your heart and you talk with your feet. I simply cannot agree. It takes more than a bean to grow a tree, and one bean won't make a cup of coffee. Beans grow in bushes and sometimes on vines. They grow in places where the weather is fine, where the sun shines all day and the rain falls at night. And folks thank the Lord they have sense to know it takes more than a bean to grow. Enough for a man to feed his family, enough to cook up and make some coffee. Now I know I'm not smart and I don't like to boast. Even I know coffee beans have to roast before you can grind them up into your pot and mix them with water that's awfully hot. Takes more than a bean to make more than a spot, more than one dry, dusty bean. A dry, dusty bean that you found on the ground, you put in your pocket and carry around as you go from town to town. He thought for a moment or maybe two. He waited until he was sure I was through. You seem to be sure what you say is true. Now you finish your speech about weather and trees, and you ramble on about vines and coffees. You talk with your hands and run off with your mouth. If you want to see sunshine, just turn and face south. Now what if I said that I found an idea? Would what I mean become suddenly clear? I mean something to hold and to share and to hear, something there is no reason to fear. Like that thought in my head, here's this bean from the ground, keep in my pocket and carry around as I travel about from city to town. When I speak with my friends and ask them to draw near, I show them my bean and it's pretty clear. I have this idea and I'll share it with you. This bean is a symbol of something that's true. It's dry and it's dusty and lonely, you see. It means little to you, but so much to me. The joy of discovery, the luck of the find. I say I found treasure, you think I've lost my mind. To someone with a brain, the future is bright. To someone with ideas, one bean is alright. One dry, dusty bean all alone on the ground, full of potential waiting to be found. It had lots to do, just lying around. Then I came along, my head hanging down, 'cause I had to walk all the way into town, looking for work if there's some to be found. Worn out and dejected, I'll admit I was, until that is I found this bean, see, because it was there for the taking, and it was free. Most folks just want an even break. Give them a bean, they'll say, jump in the lake. I know what I need, I know what I had. Give me a bean and I'll be mighty glad. Just one bean is twice the beans I had before. Yesterday I had nothing, now I have more. I found this bean and thank God I'm alive. The odds are increasing that I will survive. A last word to you as my journey resumes. If you wish to succeed, then look for legumes. Just a dry, dusty bean, a dry, dusty bean that he found on the ground. Put in his pocket and carried around as he went from town to town. Just a dry, dusty bean, a dry, dusty bean that I found on the ground. Put in my pocket and carry around as I roam from town to town.